Prince Harry has such a cheek that he is now piling the pressure on Catherine, the Princess of Wales, to step in and try and save his failing relationship with Prince William.
According to sources connected to both couples, Harry no longer even has William's phone number. Not that William is ignoring his calls, not that he is sending them to voicemail, he does not have the number. He had a brother who protected him, a sister-in-law who welcomed him, a family who stood beside him through everything, and he burned every single one of them to the ground. Now, years later, Prince Harry has no phone number for William, no access, no allies, and the only person he thinks can save him is the very woman he spent years destroying. The karma on this one is something else. Stay with me.
Some voices are born to rule. Power is not given. This is the Royal Voice, where the crown speaks.
Welcome to the Royal Voice, where we go beyond the headlines and tell you what is really happening behind those palace walls. So let us get into it. Now, before I give you my full take on this story, I want you to watch something first. This clip is from a fellow royal commentator, and what he says in the opening few seconds captures exactly where Harry now finds himself. Have a listen.
Prince Harry has such a cheek that he is now piling the pressure on Catherine, the Princess of Wales, to step in and try and save his failing relationship with Prince William. Not understanding that it's over, brother. It is gone. Finito. Just accept it. Catherine tried so hard for so long. You threw her efforts back in her face with your continued attacks, not just on William and Camilla, but on Catherine herself.
Now, let me break down exactly what is going on here, because once you understand the full picture, the karma of this moment becomes impossible to ignore. New reporting has emerged, and the details are nothing short of mortifying for Prince Harry. According to sources connected to both couples, Harry no longer even has William's phone number. Not that William is ignoring his calls, not that he is sending them to voicemail, he does not have the number. The line has been completely cut, and even if he did have it, sources are clear, William would not pick up. Now think about that. Two brothers who grew up side by side in the most famous family in the world, who walked behind their mother's coffin together as boys, who stood at the altar of Westminster Abbey together, and now one of them cannot reach the other. The door is not just closed, it has been locked, bolted, and the key thrown away. But here is what makes this karma so sharp. Harry has not taken this quietly. He has not sat in Montecito and reflected. Instead, what has emerged is that he is now going through back channels, using friends, using sources, sending whispers through intermediaries, all to put pressure on one specific person to intervene on his behalf. Princess Catherine, the same Catherine he attacked in the pages of Spare, the same Catherine whose reputation he dragged through the mud on a global stage, the same Catherine who, according to sources, welcomed his wife into the family, tried to make things work, and was repaid with accusations broadcast to over 50 million people on Oprah. He is now asking her to go and soften William up, to use her influence with her husband, to do Harry's emotional labor for him. A palace source was unambiguous about why this is so complicated. William was fuming. But it was not what Harry said about William that cut the deepest. It was what Harry said about Catherine. William is fiercely protective of her, and he finds it almost impossible to move past it. One source put it plainly. William was particularly upset about what Harry said about Kate. He will find it very hard to ever get over it and have a proper relationship with his brother again. And yet, somehow, Harry thinks Catherine holds the key. Now here is another detail that tells you everything about how Harry operates. He is not reaching out directly, he is not writing a letter, he is not picking up the phone and calling Catherine himself. Instead, he is letting it be known, through friends, through sources, that he would be open to things changing. The same way he recently let it be known through a source that he would happily accept an invitation to Sandringham, but of course, only if Meghan and the children could come, only if security was fully paid for, and only if he knew in advance who else would be there. This is not reconciliation, people. This is a wish list, delivered through back channels, by a man who does not want to do the hard work, he just wants the outcome. And sources around William are clear. William has drawn his lines. He is increasingly independent, increasingly certain of himself. He does not want to reconcile, he cannot get over the betrayal, and he sees forgiving Harry as making the exact same mistake that was made with Prince Andrew, bringing someone back who proved they could not be trusted. Once you are out, William has decided. You are out. Now here is my take on all of this, and I need you to really sit with this. Karma does not always arrive with a thunderclap. It does not always come as some dramatic public humiliation or a single moment of collapse. Sometimes, and this is the kind that cuts deepest, karma arrives slowly, quietly, in the shape of everything you destroyed one piece at a time, showing you what it is like to live without it. Harry spent years burning bridges, not carelessly, deliberately, calculatedly, one by one. The Oprah interview, where he sat beside his wife and told the world his family was racist. The Netflix documentary, where private family moments were packaged and sold for global entertainment. The book Spare, where he wrote about William physically attacking him, where he mocked his own brother's hair loss, where he described a family wedding as nothing more than a PR exercise, where he implied, strongly, that Catherine had asked a racist question about the skin color of his child, and if that was not enough, he then blamed Catherine for his Nazi costume, the one that caused international outrage and embarrassed this family for years. According to Harry, that was her fault too. He did all of this publicly for the whole world to read and judge and consume, and at the time, he had an audience. He had sympathy from some corners, he had Netflix money and Spotify deals and Oprah's platform and a global spotlight. He thought he was untouchable, he thought the audience would never run out, he thought the royal drama would always sell, but karma was watching and it was patient. Now let us look at where Harry actually is today, because this is where the karma becomes impossible to deny. He has no phone number for his brother. He is sending back channel messages to the woman he humiliated, begging her to help him. His philanthropy projects are described as quietly falling apart in the background. He and Meghan are increasingly operating separately in public. He attends events alone, she attends events alone. He showed up to a polo match recently and was photographed wandering on the grass, alone, directionless, searching for something to hold on to. And at a book launch for Jose Andres, Meghan's own friend, her own personal connection, Harry arrived without her. She did not come to her own friend's event. That tells you everything. And his social circle? His one friend in Montecito, according to sources, is Nacho, a polo player. Harry was photographed watching him fawningly, like he was the only familiar face in the room. Because he probably was. His other companions are his bodyguards. And as one source put it bluntly, the bodyguards are not exactly his friends. They are not the ones he calls when the lights go down and the day is done. They are on the payroll. This is the freedom Harry fought so hard for. This is the life he burned everything to build. He left a family, he left a country, he left a purpose, he left a brother. And what he got in return is a lifestyle in Montecito that looks, from the outside, less like liberation and more like a very expensive kind of loneliness. The house is beautiful. The California sun is beautiful. But there is something behind the eyes in those photos that no amount of beautiful scenery can hide. The karma is not dramatic. It is quiet. It is the polo match where no one recognizes you the way they used to. It is the book launch where your wife does not show. It is the back channel message that goes unanswered. It is the wedding of your cousin, your own family, happening without you, while the rest of the family stands together and the world watches and quietly moves on. That is the karma, and Harry is living in every inch of it. Now I want to take a moment and talk about Catherine specifically, because in all of this, she is the person who deserves the most consideration, and she is the one who has been treated the most unfairly. Sources describe her position as complicated, and that is honestly the understatement of the year. On one hand, as a mother, Catherine understands that brothers should have a relationship. She has said as much privately, but her personal feelings toward Harry, sources say, are deeply, deeply conflicted, and I want you to think about why. This is a woman who opened her arms to Harry's wife, who tried, genuinely tried, to make her feel welcome and included. She made efforts. She extended grace. And what did she get in return? She got accused of making Meghan cry before the wedding. She got that accusation broadcast to over 50 million people on Oprah. She got painted as cold, unkind, unwelcoming, when by every credible account the truth was the complete opposite. She was called a racist. She was accused of asking questions about her nephew's skin color. She was used as a weapon in someone else's narrative. And William, sources close to him say, believes that the sustained stress of all of this contributed to Catherine's cancer diagnosis. Let that land. And now, after all of that, Harry is sending messages asking her to help him, to go to her husband and soften him, to use the influence she has worked years to build within her own marriage, to repair a relationship Harry himself destroyed. Catherine does not owe Harry one single thing, not one, and whatever she decides, whether she finds it in herself to extend grace, or whether she chooses to protect her peace and her family, that decision belongs entirely to her. Not to Harry, not to back channels, not to friends whispering to journalists. To her, only to her. Now let us zoom out, because while all of this is playing out in Montecito, something very telling happened this past weekend. The entire royal family gathered for the wedding of Peter Phillips, Queen Elizabeth's eldest grandson, to Harriet Sperling at All Saints Church in Kemble, King Charles, Queen Camilla, William, Catherine, Princess Anne, Zara and Mike Tyndall, Beatrice and Eugenie, the whole family, together, united, the reception held at Gatcombe Park, the home where Peter grew up, his roots, his people. Harry was not there. That single image says everything. No drama, no victim narratives, no cameras, just a family celebrating one of their own with quiet dignity. The institution Harry tried to bring down, he's still standing, still moving forward, without him. So where does this leave us? Harry has no number for William. William will not pick up. Catherine is weighing her own pain against her instincts as a mother, and the family Harry tried to bring down is standing at a country wedding, united and moving forward without him. Harry left to be free. But freedom without family looks like wandering on a polo field alone. Freedom without purpose looks like showing up to your wife's friend's event without your wife. Freedom without belonging looks like whispering through back channels to the woman you hurt most, hoping she will open the door you slammed shut. Harry spent years burning bridges, and karma simply waited until the smoke cleared. The family moved on, the institution survived, and the freedom he fought so hard for came at a price he is only now beginning to fully understand. That is my take. As always, I want to hear yours. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and if this video gave you something to think about, please share it. It truly makes a difference to this channel. Until next time, I will see you behind those palace walls.